An early race meeting for us this weekend at Sha Tin as we're back on Saturday with a public holiday coming up on Monday as well. A 10-race programme with 8 races on the turf and 2 on the all-weather. A very warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined in the studio by form analyst Paul Lally and race caller Brett Davis as well. Brett, and our feature race, the Hong Kong Riding for the Disabled Association Cup, is actually on the all-weather. It is, Andrew. Yeah, a couple of all-weather races, as you mentioned, so it'll be a good competitive day. Rail in the C+3 position for all of the turf action. Some good races, some nice young horses coming through. Probably be obviously better for next season, but they're still on the way through and looking nice. 1 or 2 first starters. One that's got a very interesting name. We've had heavy discussions over how it actually should be pronounced, and we'll probably end up going with what John said in the trials. But
I'm going to go with Gentle Breeze.
Yeah.
Is that the horse you're talking
about? No, actually not, no. He wears the Sacred Kingdom colours, of course, too. Answers on a postcard as far as that one's concerned. Paul, no jackpots for us, though, this weekend?
No, nothing. Everyone's won all the money, and but there'll be plenty more on offer on Saturday. Of course, as Andrew mentioned, the Saturday race meeting, plenty on offer there, and there's some quite good even fields. I don't think there's going to be any odds on. Or Gloko might be quite short coming up into the first.
Sacred Ibis?
Sacred Ibis in the last, possibly if a few favourites win. But other than that, it's some quite good even fields throughout the cards. So the dirt races look quite open.
Final Saturday meeting for the season, and Zach Purton really extended the break, didn't he, on Joe on Wednesday night. And the 2 horses you just mentioned, he's riding both of them.
Absolutely, yeah. So a 5-win lead as we head into a midweek or a blank midweek as well. So I'm sure Zach would like to still be clear after Saturday's programme, which we're going to have a look at in a second. After the scratching, sparing no efforts. Won't go around in the opening contest. Banner Young and Sam Clipperton. A victorious leader as well. Race number 3 is now replaced by Lucky Coin. Ben Sowerby of the saddle there. Race 3, number 8. And in race 8, which is a really good race later on the programme, Citron Spirit unfortunately won't take part. And the final event, that's the Sacred Ibis race we were just talking about. Beauty Trust has been replaced by Smiling Charm. Chad Schofield will be in the saddle there. So this is meeting number 81. 8 remain for the season. We have 8 races on the turf, C+3 and 2 on the all-weather. The all-weather races come from as races 2 and 6. We kick off with a Class 4 down the straight, 1,000-metre dash, headed by Triumphant Jewel, who's run up course and distance last time out behind Goko, who will jump from barrier 8 on this occasion. He had barrier 4 last time. Gentle Breeze makes his debut, as Brett said, in the Sacred Kingdom colours. Speedy Dragon was 10th on debut behind Shimmer and Shine. Majestic Dragon, they put the blinkers back on as they drop in trip. And all the way down to Massive Move, 2-time course and distance winner. He's come up with barrier, scratching, he's now got a barrier 11.
Pace of the race. Gentle Breeze has got some speed. Goko obviously was quite impressive coming back to this course and distance last start. Lightning Steed hasn't been too far away in his 2 efforts. Triumphant Jewel, the old boy's taking a bit of time to get moving in these days, but he's hitting the line well. Bumble Baby's coming back from a long break. He's had multiple issues. He did win a race at nearly 90 to 1 last season, so interesting to see how he jumps.
Good win last start by Goko. He's likely to be forward, as we saw on that speed map. And back to 1,000 metres was the key for him. And Zach Purton on the board. He rode him well last time, and he's stuck with the ship. Here's the first starter, Gentle Breeze. I think he's a nice horse, this one. He's had 2 trials, and he's looked good in the mornings, and his trials have both been pretty good as well. So from barrier 11, I expect a really good run from him. And the third one here, Lightning Steed, another one that's been running very well recently. Joe Moreira will take the mount. And you can see he's under a decent hold here, and his last start was very good as well.
All right. World Cup's only 1 match old, Paul, and your voice is going already.
I know, I've been cheering the Russians home last night.
Going to be a long few weeks. All right, let's start off with Goko. The last start win, beating Triumphant Jewel. He's £6 better off, and Fortune Patrol further back.
Yep, it's not an overly strong Class 4, I wouldn't have thought either. There's quite a few horses in this race that are not doing a great deal. Goko obviously is. Best race prior to this performance was over the straight 1,000. He really enjoyed coming back to this trip. Triumphant Jewel, 7-year-old, still racing with plenty of enthusiasm. He just gives away too big a start. I expect him to run well again. I think those first two there are probably worth looking at.
Yeah, I've got Goko on top again. I think the 1,000 metres could be his go. And Triumphant Jewel, I threw in for 4th as well, because he's been pretty consistent, this horse. But Goko's come up, I was saying about the odds on, he has now come up as an early odds on shot there at $1.90. So he'll probably start around that, maybe $2.
All right, let's have a look at Lightning Steed in action. Third last time out. Speedy Dragon in the field as well. He was on debut. Joe Moreira jumps on board. They come at barrier 3. Gets a check very late, but the race was basically...
There's a handful of first newcomers in this race, Andrew, that haven't shown a great deal. This guy's not one of them. He's had the 2 starts. There was something from him on debut, and there was another good performance when the cheek pieces went on second up. Joe Moreira from barrier 3. The gate's not ideal, but he was checked up there final stages. And we saw the horse outside of Shimmer and Shine, Luna Zephyr, in the replay behind Goko as well. So maybe a little measuring stick there, Luna Zephyr.
He's only a 3-year-old with 2 starts, so he's open to improvement. So I think he's the hardest for Goko to beat. I think he can improve again.
OK, that's Lightning Steed. Gentle Breeze, we saw a bit of track work there. He's had 2 trials coming in. That horse on the inside, he's done well to lead him in this one. That's Premier, he's very sharp.
He is. He's 1143 pounds on debut. He's really forward in condition. He's had these 2 trials. I think he's a really nice horse. He's a son of Fox Wedge. He's gone well here on the surface, and he's gone well on the turf as well. So, look, I'm interested to see how he goes. I'd be surprised a forward run from him.
Well, you mentioned Premier. That's Raging Blitzkrieg to his outside. He'll run on the dirt later on. He's won 2 trials since his last start. So it does bode well for his debut, you would have thought.
All right, so he's included, is he, Paul? But Goko hard to beat?
Yeah, that's how I see it, exactly. I got him in for 3rd. I've got Goko to beat Lightning Steed, and then Gentle Breeze in there for 3rd. The other one we're going to put in is Triumphant Jewel, who'll get back and run on. So I think they're the main chances in the race. 2, 6, 5 and 1. But I'd box the Friend Exotic, because I think Gentle Breeze can go a cheeky race fresh.
Fair enough. Yeah, they were the 4 as well I settled on. I thought the race dropped off pretty quickly with regards to depth. I went Goko, Lightning Steed, Triumphant Jewel, Gentle Breeze. He might be good enough to potentially even win on debut. Lightning Steed obviously improving, but he's got the awkward gait. I'm going to play a trio. I'll bank it at the 2. I think he'll run in the first 3. I'll throw in the 1, 5, 6, and I'll sneak in Bumble Baby because he's had a lot of issues, but he has proven in the past that he can win down the straight 1,000.
All right, exactly the same 4 numbers, same order as Paul. 2, 6, 5 and 1 from me. So there you go. Hopefully it's an easy start.